right, we're back at it again. It's Crispy Chris. I want to apologize first of all for taking as long as I have to put out another video or production. It seems like every time I try to put a video or a project out, I always get stagnant and then I don't end up putting it out for like another year. The last video that I put out 4 months shy of a year ago, and the actual event was from the summer prior to the one that we just had. So I've always told myself, like in the past, like I really want to be a content creator, my own screenwriter, my own director, my own filmmaker, you know. I feel like, especially like these last like few years, so many crazy things going on. It would almost be insane not to document it and not film it and take note of it in some way, shape or form. I don't want to keep being, you know, like someone who puts out like a couple of good things and then you don't see from me like for God knows how long. Like I really feel like, you know, I have a lot to offer this industry. What I do as being a barber, but also as a content creator. So especially with this new year, we're about a month into it, but one of the goals is to every week try to post at least one vlog or just one video on something. There's just too many people looking my way, and when I first came up with this channel, I had come up with well over like 200 video concepts. I don't think I put one of them into Notion yet, so that should be, you know, a testament right there, I think, to just going at this a little bit more seriously with a little bit more of a plan too. Procrastination was a problem and just general stagnancy, but I don't need to tell you how much COVID and just this whole pandemic has not just affected me, but the world and the life we've been living our entire existence. It's sporadically changed as we know it. It definitely helped me in some ways for content creating, but it also has gone against me. There's a lot of things that I've opened my palette to in terms of learning and taking on with stuff that, you know, I told myself I was gonna do and it fell back. I just know that we'll never get a chance like this again. For better or for worse, with so many other things going on in the world, if there's ever a time I want to capitalize on something like this, integrating filmmaking, content creating into, I guess you could say, my daily life, this is the time to do it. I want to make this one of the most significant and important notions to creating content and putting it out there for you guys. Not just you guys, but also myself. I want to be able to look back on this 10, 20 years from now, see how far I've come, because, you know, just in the last however many years, every year, it just seems like push the standard for myself that much more, and I meet or exceed my expectations. And it's just going to be crazy just to show you, like, from where I was to where I am now. Vlogging is something that seems to be taking over and has been taking over, not just YouTubing, but I think like just film creating content the last 5 years or so, if not more. There's always been a certain portion of it that has somewhat inspired me, you know, go about it in my own way and do my own thing with it. I think about like countless amount of hours, days, weeks on YouTube trying to learn things, and many different ways I've seen it done, just how I would like to do it. So you put it into perspective that you never thought you might have had before. You know, you watch someone skin a pig 10,000 hours. At the end of those 10,000 hours, you kind of have your own preference, course that you would choose to go, I feel like, after seeing and having it ingrained in your head for that long. But like filmmaking and video content creating has just kind of always been ingrained in me in some way, shape, or form. You know, I've been silent for a very long time and very minimal in the way that I do things. I need to stop limiting myself. I need to try to actually like go forward with this as prepped or as ill-prepped as possible. I just need to make an effort. Over the years, like most of the barbering content that I found myself enjoying, mini-series, vlogging series, almost documentary style. As much as I love tutorials and like watching educational and instructional videos, I do find that like watching someone who's doing what I'm doing, maybe someone that's not even doing what I'm doing, someone who's doing something that I'm interested in, just seeing their day and their life even if it's not necessarily anything interesting. Chris Bossio, 360 Jeezy, Barber TZ, Fourth Can, E Jones. Honestly, it doesn't even have to be a big barber, dude. Clean Cuts started with literally 0 followers from the ground up, didn't know a lick about haircutting, built his channel, built his brand, built his name from the ground up, and now I'm pretty sure he owns his own shop on the Team 45 educating team, posts regularly. The guy built his ish off that. So cool, because he even stated it, I believe. He was really just doing it to document the whole thing. Like I said, man, it's honestly like vlogging's like, it's just as relevant as like a TV show. I remember on multiple occasions I would tune in on a weekly basis on people's channels because I knew they had captivating content, or I wanted to know what was going on in their life. Just that interested based off previous content that I watched off them. So content creating is not just for filmmakers or people in the film industry. Sure, it's relevant in everyday life now. It's almost looked over. Okay, enough rambling. The real reason I'm doing this video, I want to put a kickstart to the vlog series starting right now. I felt like there wasn't a better way to do it than to start off the vlog series with an unreleased throwback vlog. Over the course of dating back to October 2016, it was a barber event in the West Ends of the GTA. I believe it was called An Evening of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It was with the British Barbers Association in cohesion with Cadmen Barbershop, Eikonic Mane, also known now as Eikonic Mane and Eikonic Academy. It was hosted by Martin Trong, co-founder, Francis, who now owns, formerly known as GQ Barbershop, and now is known as Cadmen Barbershop. Also see 2 representatives, I believe, of the BBBA called Chris Foster and Eric Lander, both individual platform education artists who display basically a specific technique in razor cutting. They basically did it on pre-modeled demos. I didn't get the full thing, unfortunately, because my battery died. But they basically display on pre-cut demos, technique, and how to create movement, texture, and just different desirable look. Martin and Francis, on the other hand, did a full haircut on both of their models, which is kind of cool. And one thing you're gonna notice in this whole vlog is there are a lot of cameos, not a lot, but like a few cameos by other people. And what you're gonna notice is, or maybe you won't notice, pretty much if you do follow anyone in the hair industry, anyone in the situation that they're in this current vlog, because it was about 5 years ago, dating back to 2016, everyone's situation has dramatically changed. Sure, in future vlogs, we'll find that out. For instance, Francis, he used to own a shop called GQ Hair Studio. His vlog released, it was pretty much around the time that he was just rebranding it to Cadmen. Same thing with Martin. When his vlog released, it was just before, I believe, he had launched Eikonic Academy, which is basically one of the first private colleges for barbers to attend a legitimate barber school in Canada and in the province of Ontario, which is pretty big. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff that has happened from then till now. I wanted to take it because I felt like it's kind of an odd thing to go to an event now, let alone a barber event. So I felt like what better than to not document one that, you know, an event that people probably never heard about, even knew about for that matter. It's so weird to like see the crowds of people. Weird to think like, you know, how social, how much we look forward to going to an event. And now it's like just the new. So you also get to kind of see me interview one of my mentors, Raf, who I love to death, God bless his soul. A little mini, you know, interview series, which I look forward to updating you guys on, hopefully in the near future. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I hope you guys enjoy. Please be a little bit, you know, forgiving. Not the greatest vlog, but you know, we're kind of learning as we go. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you when you get back. We're in a rush. We're in a rush right now.
What you doing back there, buddy? You good, bro? Yeah. How much? What's your name, bro?
My name's Raf. Raf.
What's your Instagram?
By far.
And where do you hail out of? Where you come from?
Bond City.
Exactly. And for those that don't know, what establishments have you been a part of in the past to up to the present?
I mean, I've only been cutting in a shop for 5 years, and I started my job at a shop called Miami Fades. From there, worked at another shop called Exclusive Fades. Jumped around, did my thing. Just from shops to shops. You know, Barbers came, Exclusive Fades, and decided to open up my own shop. About 10 months ago, called
North Bay Barbershop. And that's in where is that located?
It's in the heart of Woodbridge in Market Lane. It's like this little mini downtown, Little Italy in Woodbridge.
I've also, in a sense, kind of been an influence on a lot of young barbers in the city on the come up.
Probably. Right.
I mean, considering you've seen so much, what was different when you were just getting into the whole trade of things till now? What's the difference do you find, like, in what we do?
It's crazy. I mean, even when I was I've been cutting hair since I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
Like, even when I was 16, to be honest. Just cutting out of the basement, like everybody's story about, cutting the boys out of the shop and whatnot. And I remember during that time period, we went from doing a lot of designs, a lot of hard parts, and the style back then was like just a simple 2 on a top low bald fade, and we would bang those out all day. And when I started getting into the barbershop, which was about 5 years ago, I noticed a transition from a lot of guys growing their hair, trying to experiment with different longer styles, and that demographic moved from a salon and ended up in a barbershop. So I really saw that whole transition of people needing a barber and a hairstylist, someone who knew how to work with scissors and who knew how to bang out a dope fade.
In terms of you and your approach to the craft, what qualities and what standards do you look for most? In terms of, like, there are a lot of different styles and tastes of barber. There are many classical styles, there's many conservative ones, there's many that are meticulous for detail. There are other ones that are just kind of very abstract or against the grain. Where do you see yourself amongst the general population in what we do?
To kind of really segment yourself in an industry that's just growing exponentially. You're cutting off your opportunities, you have your reach, you're cutting off your talent, you're cutting off your abilities. I think that I would say that, like, I'm not the best in the world, but in terms of styles, I think I know.
Use the left 2 lanes to take the Ontario 403.
I think I know a lot. I mean, I look at Cali style of fading and just, you see pure gray, where you can take a bald fade from the bottom and hit a 5 at the top, and you see, like, the most craziest transitions. Or, you look at a lot of haircuts from Richmond Hill, and a lot of these haircuts are like a 0 to a 1.5 cut along the sides, but it's super clean. And like, yeah, I could bang all those type of cuts out too. So I think, where do I, like, kind of size myself up to? I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge, to be honest.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
In 600.
gonna get you to have a look at the main screen for a tiny sneak peek of our experience.
you so much if you stood this long through it. I know it was very PC, roughly put together, but if you made it through it, you have my love, just know that. I'm really looking forward to hopefully engaging you guys as subscribers in the near future in any way I can. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. No, this won't be the only throwback vlog. I think I have another maybe 2 or 3 contents worth that I can put together. So I look forward to hopefully doing that in the future. If you like this whole concept, I really look forward to hopefully sticking with this on a weekly basis. Not just for you guys, but for myself. Really want to kind of just document this whole journey, as well as like bring you into like different scopes of different journeys that I'm taking on as well, like other than just cutting. I've just started up like a supply business as of you know, around this time last year, so I want to bring you guys into that. I'm also trying to start up like a videography and photography production company specifically for barbering in the city of Toronto. If you are a barber who needs like a video project done to promote or advertise your work, the company that specifically does that helps people out. I think it would be really, really dope. Called OT Bag Shooter. We have pages for both the supply and the OT bag page, which I'll both put in the description as well as below. But yeah, no. So if you want to follow the OT Bag Shooter page or the Cut View page, really appreciate that. Trying to get more prominent on posting more consistent content on that as well. If you have any suggestions whatsoever on stuff that you want to see, videos, concepts, whatever, please drop a message. I'd really love to know. Okay? And until next time, stay crispy, my friends. And in St. Petersburg,